Hey guys, Dantix here, back with some more top things you didn't know about Dragon's Dogma 2. Man, there's a lot of awesome features that were only just revealed. This open world action RPG seems to be on a lot of people's Game of the Year lists already, and that's just from a few hours of closed door previews. We've already seen a lot of the game, so this video will focus on the interesting things you most likely didn't know yet, including NPC Jealousy, hawking items, boob and butt options, upgrading items, instant kills, a free character creator tool demo, and more. So let's get right into it. Let's start with Jealousy, because as Bender says,
there is no great love without great jealousy!
By now you know you can romance NPCs, but did you know that those NPCs can get jealous if you romance multiple? According to the devs, a character who grows close to you might come over to your house to play, but if they meet another character who's done the same thing, a fight might break out. The dev explains, personally, we just made this system because we wanted to be able to say, stop, don't fight over me. It might be best if you play through the game while trying to avoid that kind of outcome. If you want to witness, let's be real, what will never really happen to any of us in real life, people fighting over our love like Miranda and Jack in Mass Effect 2, you can make it happen. Though it seems as though it may have lethal consequences because it was confirmed that NPCs can permanently die. The devs strongly implied that they may try to kill each other in a fit of jealousy, or that there will be consequences. So it's something interesting to watch play out, and I'm sure I'll do what I can to make it happen, record it, and show you good folk. Speaking of NPCs permanently dying, they can, well, permanently die. Unlike Dragon's Dogma 1, they won't respawn when killed. After being knocked down and time running out without them being revived, they'll just die and be sent to the morgue, where you can wake stone them back to life, but they only stay there a few days before being buried. At that point, that NPC is gone for the rest of the game. Wake stones are expensive and rare, so you might honestly be tossing up if it's worth it to use one. Or you might not even have access to one to use in the first place, losing a valuable NPC for good. Or if you're a murderous monster, you can clear out towns and refuse to res anyone. This will only really have negatives for you, but I'm sure you'll go on a rampage anyway just to see what happens. No doubt it'll be difficult to do though, as guards will attack you at once. We talked about beginning relationships with NPCs in the game as based on the actions you've taken, aka your affinity with them. As shown here, you can pick up an NPC you like and take them to bed. Did you know that over 1,000 NPCs inhabit the world, and you can try to build affinity with them all, though you are limited in those who will actually want more from you. Some will ask you for help with quests, some will be shopkeepers, and some will have nothing notable to do with you, but they all have their own habits and motivation. Nothing is worse than becoming over-encumbered because you like to loot absolutely everything. Well, there's a solution for that. You've seen that pawns can have one specialty each, and the one showcased was the ability to understand Elvish. Well, there's another one called Hawker. With this skill, the pawn can offer to purchase a selection of items from your inventory for a fair sum of gold. Every NPC has different amounts because this rate is dynamic, but it looks helpful. Here we see it in action. On the side you see the items being sold and the amount you get instantly. I need this now. Why isn't this in every RPG? I'm looking directly at you, Bethesda. So Reddit user Sign Compassion Non has found something interesting in gear stats. It seems you can enhance or upgrade a gear stats with various increases based on where you get it upgraded. In Dragon's Dogma 1, your stats would be upgraded based on the gear, but in 2, you can more customize them towards the build you're making. In Bethal, as you can see here, you can upgrade your item with strength and defense. It puts a smithing style seal on your gear, and you can upgrade an item a set amount of times. It costs money to enhance your gear, and it has required materials to do so. The Bethali style of smithing increases strength and defense greatly and slightly increases magic and magic defense, but notably we also see the item weight going up. All these items seem to have only 3 slots for enhancements. It's clear that other smiths in other locations will provide different enhancements, so you'll really be able to customize your gear for your build. We know you can knock enemies around, but did you know you can also knock bigger enemies into water and it'll instantly kill them? Your pawns with the right inclination will attempt to knock over enemies, and when they fall, you'll get the experience but not any loot, unless you chase down the body, so keep that in mind. Like Dragon's Dogma 1, you can run away from fights, and if you lead an enemy into a town, the townsfolk will help you fight. As you can see, you're getting assistance from them against the Griffin. What you may not have known though, is that individual NPCs have different levels of courage. This means not all of them will join in on the fighting, given how scary a monster is. Also, now that you know they can permanently die, you might not want to deliberately lead monsters into a town full of valuable folk. Or do you, if you're a psycho or want to make funny videos? So combat isn't your only way to complete quests. Here we see a player counterfeiting a key to the jail, which you can get in a separate quest. So when you deliver the key back to the guard captain, you can give him the counterfeit instead and keep the real one, or vice versa. Regardless, you now have access to the jail whenever you want as long as you have the key. Then you can break in without engaging in combat. The ability to counterfeit items will come in handy a lot in the game and will make it so you can complete quests or get up to shenanigans in a variety of different ways. Keep in mind that doing this may have consequences in quests. So in the character creator, you can finally tune details, from race to hairstyles to your feet and everything in between. The parts in between that a lot of you like to know about is the two B's, boobs and butts. I'm here to confirm that yes, there are options to modify those. As you can see here, there are 3 options to upgrade the butt and 3 to upgrade the breasts. It doesn't seem like you'll be able to romance your pawn since they're basically soulless husks, but at least you can customize them the way you envision. For example, a Jaina Proudmoore mage that casts weapon ice skills and ice enchants. She's got to be well endowed, right? But seriously, there's a ton of options here, from choosing exact fur patterns to which exact teeth are missing, to limb length, which actually has an impact in combat, giving you more reach but slower attacks. Speaking of character creation, right now Dragon's Dogma 2 is letting you create your custom character and main pawn. Yes, right now. Follow the links below to see for yourself. I'm not kidding, it's a free tool you can use to customize and store up to 5 characters and pawns, so at release, you're good to go and don't have to spend hours before playing. Share your creations here or in my Discord below with fellow like-minded friends. I'd love to see what you get up to. So, what are you waiting for? Go now. Ciao, friends.
Dragonborn.